Alright, so for the Spirit of War, these are the requirements, these are the items you'll need, and these are some recommendations. Also make sure you have your necro gear and weapons with you, because you're going to have to do a boss fight and this is not a safe death. Alright, so to start the quest, you're going to want to head over all the way to the docks in the northwestern part of the city of close to the transportation icon, and you're going to talk to Karen, and then go through the dialogue, and then accept the quest, and then you're going to want to speak to Ed, just to the northeast. Right click on Ed and just choose the option to rent boat. Okay, so now comes the part where you're going to have to sail around basically the whole city, and you're going to have to find 4 Wayward Souls. They're pretty much ghastly spear shapes floating around above the lake in each of the 4 corners of the map. Some of them are probably going to be a good distance away from the coastline itself. According to the wiki, if you use high contrast mode, then it might make it a little easier to spot them. And one really helpful piece of advice is you can definitely use mobility skills like dive and surge, and the mobility perk if you have it on the armor, and you can't be wielding any weapons in your main or offhand for that perk as well. And then also you can use a power burst of acceleration that might also help you a little bit. So yeah, you're going to want to go to the 4 corners and then just find the Wayward Souls and click on them. It'll just collect them, and then you'll see a counter like 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, like that. And then you can also run into Dino and Sammy along the way, and if you see them, you can just click on them and then they'll just give you 25 souls for 50 total. I know it's not much, but it does minusculely help you get closer to any soul threshold requirement that you are trying to unlock. So then once you've gathered all the souls, return back to the docks and disembark in the dock south of Karen. By clicking on the dock, there will be an option, or you can just teleport out of the rowboat and then go all the way back to Karen. And now you're going to want to gear up, because now you have to fight Hermod. So make sure you bring some food and potions. I have 99s and everything, but I did this with the Necromancy gear while I was trying to level and train to 99, so anyone can do this. It's really not difficult. They also made the fight a little easier for people who are doing the quest. Alright, so once you geared up, you're going to want to go back to Karen and then choose option 1 twice, and then go through the dialogue, and then she'll take you to Rasial's citadel. So walk up the stairs and then the conversation will immediately start. Just go through the dialogue, make sure your action bar is set to the right one with Necromancy, and then Rasial is going to disappear, and then Hermod's going to just come right at you. The boss fight is very easy. I think normally he has 200k health, but here he only has 100k, and the only thing to note is if he drops his arms a little bit like this, then he's about to do a big boy attack, so you're going to want to get out of the way, not stand still like I did. But this is just a easier version of the fight, so I didn't really care too much. And then the other thing is if he summons anything, then he becomes immune to damage, so you're gonna want to kill the summons first, and then you can start hitting him again. I think this was my first time fighting him blind. I didn't even watch any videos or anything or look up a guide, so it took me a minute to figure it out at first, so that's okay. So once you kill him, Rasial will come back. I don't know where the hell he was, but he was standing right under me, so I had to move out of the way. So just talk to him, go through the dialogue, and that's pretty much it for the quest. Just talk to Karen and the quest will be complete. You'll also get 1 Hermodic plate for free from completing the quest. You're going to need 5 to upgrade your gear, which means you're going to have to keep killing him until he drops 4 more. It's a 1 in 10 drop rate, but if you have a luck ring, then it becomes a 1 in 9 drop.